guys, welcome back. This week I'm joined by my fellow pretty girls, Nick and Josh, and we're going to be talking about all the news that happened this week, all new singles that happened this week, and all new music videos this week. So to kick things off, we'll talk about the huge event that happened last night, the Billboard Music Awards. So overall, how would you guys rate the show?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show, but I think looking back on the show, I'm finding it difficult to kind of name a lot of memorable moments.
I'm gonna rate it 5 out of 10 because it was boring.
Yeah, to me.
I think we can agree that Taylor Swift was the big 1-2 punch of the whole night.
Yeah.
And of course, we started on that high note, but then it kind of descended from there. So what did you think of the Bad Blood video?
I think the video was great. I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift, to be quite honest. However, I do like the fact that she had a bunch of empowering female, you know, her peers were in the video, all of her peers. I thought it was a great video. I think it's amazing. I think it's gonna do it's gonna be huge. Obviously, it's been less than 24 hours and it almost has 1 million views, so I think that speaks for itself. And I think, you know, it's gonna bring her to the next level.
I love the video. I think it's amazing. I love all the cameos and everything. It was my first time hearing the version with Kendrick Lamar in it, and I really, really liked it.
I do agree with what you guys said. I think it's a summer blockbuster movie in terms of music videos. This is definitely Taylor's best music video, hands down. It reminded me a lot of like Britney Spears' Toxic and Womanizer crossed within like the Avengers, the Hunger Games, and Guardians of the Galaxy. I loved it. I thought this was great. I think it's definitely going to go #1 for her based on the streaming alone, because everyone's in the music video. Everyone's buying the new version on iTunes with Kendrick Lamar. I love the whole overhaul. It has like this urban beat to it now instead of like this like cheerleader Avril vibe. I think she knocked it out of the park, and I had doubts about Bad Blood, but I feel like now it could be the song of the summer. So Josh, what were your highs and lows at the Billboard Music Awards?
My high, I think this is not a controversial choice for me, but I think I'm gonna go with Imagine Dragons, only because
Good moment.
considering the show and everything, I think it was a really nice moment. They did a great job, and I loved the constant cutaways to the family and the audience. That was great. For my low, I actually have 2 lows. My first low is Mariah's high note that she tried to get in there. My second low would go to Kanye West. I don't know, I couldn't really see the performance, I couldn't really hear the performance, so those 2 factors I think really worked against it.
So my high, it's no secret that I tweeted this during the awards show, was the cutaways of JLo in the audience, because hello, JLo's internal monologue throughout the whole thing was clearly displayed on her unimpressed face during the whole show, which was amazing. I think we all related to the level of unimpressed that JLo was sitting in the front row at the show. And the low for me, I think, was Van Halen opening the show. I think after the Grammys, we all, you know,
With AC/DC,
I think we all knew, you know, opening the show with an older band, or, you know, didn't really work. So maybe we should have slipped them in the middle somewhere when it got a little bit boring. But so the opening was a little lackluster. Besides the Taylor Swift music video premiere, that was great. But I think Van Halen opening the show was a little bit low for me.
My high was obviously Britney and Iggy. I loved the performance because this was the first time we've seen Britney perform in 8 years on an award show that was billed as a Britney Spears performance, not a cameo. And she had so much energy, she had so much fun, she actually looked like she loved being on stage for once. We all saw her in Vegas and it was fine, but like this was not a return to form for Britney, but it's better than what we've gotten since post-Breakdowny. And I loved it. I like when she has fun on stage, I like when she's enjoying herself, so I couldn't have been more happy with what we got. My low was that we didn't have enough star power in the evening. We have so many people setting up new albums right now. Adam Lambert's releasing in June, Hilary Duff is, Giorgio Moroder is. He has so many pop stars featured on his album that would have been an incredible performance to have like Charlie XCX and Britney and Kylie and Sia just to kind of slip in and out. I just felt like whoever booked it didn't really use their brain and didn't look at their schedule, but I'm not in charge of things, so whatever. So on top of the Billboard Awards, a lot of people released a lot of new singles this week.
Yay!
We'll start off with Josh, talking about one of his favorite singles this week.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna go with the band that you actually introduced me to, so I thank you for that. I'm gonna go with Shine by Years and Years. I'm obsessed with anything that this band is doing. I think they're amazing, and I think Shine is just such a good, feel-good anthem. I can't wait to listen to it on a beach or just in a car. I think it's such a nice song.
My single of the week that came out was Tinie, Tempah, and Jess Glynne's Not Letting Go. I loved it because I wasn't expecting this collaboration. Everyone loves Jess from the Clean Bandit singles this past year, and it has this whole Bonnie and Clyde, like ride or die vibe. It's very summery. It's a little bit of like an urban pop feel. I think these two knocked it out of the park. And like Josh said, I can't wait to hear it like driving around or on a beach or whatever. I just thought A+ all around for both of them. And Nicholas, what single do you want to vibe a little bit about?
So I'm going to talk about Maroon 5's This Summer's Gonna Hurt, like a MF. I think the song is good. However, I don't think it's a good Maroon 5 song. Like, I personally feel like Maroon 5, like they release hit after hit after hit. This one seems a little bit desperate to me for some reason. Like, the whole like, This Summer's Gonna Hurt like an MF, or I don't know, it's just weird to me. It's a good song, it's just not a Maroon 5 song.
Yeah. Moving on to the videos that were released this week, we had 3 pop divas release 3 videos this week. Some were good, some were not so good, and some were pretty okay. We're gonna start with Hilary Duff's Sparks video. Nick, what would you grade it?
B+.
F-.
B-.
This video is very good. I love the blue hair. I love her look. I love the look of the video, the aesthetic of the video. I don't necessarily love the forced choreography in the video, which was very evident by the cutting every 0.5 seconds and the stiffness of Hilary, and that doesn't look very natural. But I do love the video. But you know, B+, good. Want to come back. I don't think it's going to work for her comeback, but I think she did a good job and she tried really hard.
Moving on to Britney Spears and Iggy Azalea's Pretty Girls video. We'll start with Josh. What do you grade this video?
C+.
I will give it a B+.
I'm gonna give it a B-.
I liked it because Britney looked more alive in a music video than she has in a while. I didn't give it an A because I know Britney wanted to work with Iggy because she saw the Fancy music video, which modeled itself off of Clueless. So the same idea was here. The Pretty Girls music video, it modeled itself off of Earth Girls Are Easy from the 80s. I don't know that movie at all. I don't know anyone that knows that movie at all. So I felt like I would have given it a little bit of a higher grade if they used a movie that was a lot more familiar. I like when Britney portrays a funny, quirky character because I kind of see a little bit of Britney in there. But overall, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was fine. I love it. Now, the last video that came from is the heiress of pop, Paris Hilton. She released her music video for her single High Off My Love this week, and I will start with myself. I give it an A-.
I'm gonna give it a B.
I, as well, will give it a B. Yeah, the song itself I'm not too crazy about, but the video looks good, feels good. It's exactly what you kind of want from a song from Paris Hilton. It is what it is. I'm happy that she can still release videos like this. But overall, it was solid. I'd watch it again.
Yeah. Who wouldn't? Yeah. Wrapping up today's episode, we're going to talk about 2 big news stories from 2 other pop divas. The first one is Janet Jackson. Last episode, I talked a little bit about the rumors that were happening with her alleged comeback. But now that comeback is actually true, I'm so excited about this because I love Janet. I grew up with her.
Janet.
She is one of the biggest pop queens ever, and she's so underrated, and she's not appreciated because of the Super Bowl. But she's finally releasing an album and going on a world tour later this year. She's using this hashtag called Conversations in a Cafe. I'm not sure if that is going to be the title of the single or the title of the album. It is rumored that she is going to go on a socially conscious route again, kind of something like Rhythm Nation and The Velvet Rope. As you guys may remember or may not remember, those 2 albums were very big for Janet, and it would be really good to see her come back really strong with a positive message, especially with what's going around in the world around us today.
I want to see if she's still got it. I know that she does still got it. She's Janet Jackson.
Janet, what have you done for me lately? Which is nothing. She's done nothing.
Yeah,
so this makes me excited. I just hope it's huge, whatever it is.
Moving on to the last bit of news, Jennifer Lopez finally confirmed the rumors. She is going to be having her own Vegas residency starting in 2016. 20 dates have been announced so far. She performs at the end of January, and then she does the beginning of February. Same thing with end of May and beginning of June. I think this is the perfect place for Jennifer Lopez, because when you think of Jennifer Lopez, you think of like diva, glitz, glam, and then when you think of Vegas, you think of stuff that's totally over the top and stuff that's totally gaudy. So to have JLo have a show in Vegas, I think that is the perfect thing for her music career right now, because JLo does everything. She acts, she judges, she sings, she dances, she does everything. JLo does like a million different things at once, so she can't really go on a proper tour.
Yeah.
So to have a solid place where she can go for like 2 weeks at a time and her fans come and see her, I think that could be the perfect thing to get her, not get her music career going again, but just to kind of keep the momentum. That about wraps up this week's episode. I would like to thank Nick and Josh for joining me. I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate lending your time on your long weekend. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to this channel to see these videos first, leave some comments below and let me know what you thought. Follow these two on Twitter. Bye!
Yay! Bye, everyone.